Was once a nerdy little boy with 0 friends and even fewer girls. But fast forward and bro has every woman in school and even aliens after his golden balls. So hide your huzz, because this is the full story of how Ken Takakura had the biggest glow up in Dandadan. Because to begin with, bro was just a scrawny little dude reading about aliens in peace. That was until some high school NPCs started bullying him for it. But out of nowhere, Momo Ayase came in and defended him. Instantly, man's brain short-circuited. A girl talked to him, a real one. So already at this point, Okuran was planning the wedding in his head. However, he fumbled hard because bro starts nerding out about UAPs and aliens. But instead, Momo hits him with the Uno reverse. She believes in ghosts as her grandma's a professional psychic. Something so ridiculous that even Okuran laughs. And well, maybe he got what he wanted as they start arguing like they're already a married couple. Nonetheless, they decide to prove whose supernatural stuff is really real. Okuran hits the haunted tunnel and Momo goes to the alien hospital. To him, it's nothing more than a simple side quest because, I mean, ghosts aren't actually real. Yeah, bro got jump scared by the turbo gilf who not only cursed him but even stole his balls. Something that would change his life forever. Because this was where Okuran's journey into becoming the Turbo Giga Chad truly began. As meanwhile, Momo gets abducted by aliens. Luckily, the possessed Okuran crashes the Diddy party to rescue her. What's more is that Momo ends up awakening her psychic powers and saves them both. Now, they believe in both ghosts and aliens. Totally trauma bonded for life. I mean, seriously, try explaining that to their kids in the future. Dad, how did you and mommy meet?
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Back on the ground though, he finally tells Momo his full name, Ken Takakura. She flips out because that is her celebrity crush's name, and so she refuses to call him it and just renames him Okuran. Man lost his identity and family jewels in one night, but he also met the girl of his dreams, so big dub if you ask me. However, as he stays over at Momo's to sort out the Turbo Granny curse, he is big mad about missing his balls. And I mean, I get it, but he's also low-key sad because he thinks a girl like Momo would never actually want to be friends with a dude like him. But little did bro realize how wrong he was, because from here on out, the women would just keep coming. That sounded crazy. But it's true, there is always an op out there looking to take Momo's man. That's right, we're gonna cover this Chad's entire story and how he managed to rizz up everyone around him, as well as the deeper message behind finally getting his golden Kintama back. Which is when, the next day, Okuran pulls up to school like the usual shy kid he is, constantly daydreaming about Momo. But when class ends and it's lunchtime, he can't find her anywhere, and so his brain instantly jumps to, I fumbled the bag. That's until he literally bumps into Momo and they accidentally kiss. Yep, first kiss unlocked already. Now, was it by complete accident? Yes. Was it witnessed by Momo's friends and totally embarrassing? Also yes. And so they start arguing about how they're not dating and how Momo would never kiss a big dork like Okuran. But deep down, even her friends get it. They are made for each other. Elsewhere though, Okuran storms off to the bathroom and suddenly realizes his balls are gone. He rushes back to tell Momo, but she's still salty and tells him to leave her alone. And so at this point, not only are Okuran's balls missing, his heart is broken too. My guy is really going through it. Which is when he gets approached by this cutie who starts being super nice to him out of nowhere. Now, you may be thinking, wow, that was easy, bro's already a Chad. Well, no. It's all just an act of bullying. Because this girl is Ira, the popular one, who is teasing Okuran to feel better about herself. Not to worry though, because enter Momo, who drops a bathtub on her bitch ass. She ain't gonna let her man be used by some fuck like that, regardless of if they're on speaking terms or not. However, that's when the actual cool kids show up and ask Okuran if he can hook them up with Momo because she got a bad. After all, no way she'd settle for a mong like him if a real man showed up, right? Well, that's when Okuran hears the guy saying that there's a rumor going around about Momo, and so he snaps transforms, and squares up. However, he runs off to avoid ending this dude's whole career, only to find out Turbo Granny snuck into his backpack. But that's not what's truly important, as this act shows that Okarun's finally learning to stand up for himself, not just when it's about life or death shonen battles, but when someone's trying to talk bad about his girl. But then he sees Momo, gets flustered, runs off, and loses all that aura that he just built up. Meanwhile, she gets called aside by Ira, the woman who spread the rumors of Momo being a slut to begin with. What's more is that she has Okarun's lost golden Kintama. However, he, now running on that main character energy, sprints over and catches the acrobatic silky spirit, straight up kidnapping Ira. Man goes full power to save her, but once again fumbles. And so instead, they all get eaten. Nonetheless, Momo ain't no damsel in distress. This ain't no mid-2000s shonen anime boy. She straight up sets the yokai's hair on fire from inside her stomach and gets all three of them yeeted on out of there, where they are finally able to defeat the acrobatic Silky and save Ira from death. And so just like that, Okarun added a second girl to his unknowing harem. Bro is winning. And